So, multi-time platinum MVP guy, the whole thing, Nikola Jokic. We learned will not sign a extension with the Nuggets this offseason. Not going to happen. There was a standing offer there by the Denver basketball team. He is not going to do it. Now, the Nugget media is like, well, it's not really that big a deal because he can make more money in a couple of years, or actually just in a year, so just like wait. And he is under contract. So let us discuss, though, because there are other factions, enemy combatants who say, not so fast, my friend. So let's discuss the question. Nikola Jokic, we are told, has let the Nuggets know that he does not plan to sign a contract extension this offseason. So what does that signify to you? Cut through the fog. What does that signify to you? So I've got Gatorade, Early Bird, and knee pads. And we will combine all of these things together, and we are going to make the gabagool. We're going to make the gabagool. So, what does it signify? All right, this is not that deep. It's sports. Direct from Europe, all the way from Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, step right up under the big top. That's right, under the big top. The greatest show in the basketball offseason is underway. Get a glimpse. It's not for the faint of heart, but get a glimpse of the Serbian sledgehammer. Oh, the drama. Oh, my God. Now, Jokic telling the Nuggets to go pound sand, that he's not going to sign a $212 million contract extension this offseason. Now, that has opened the floodgates. Whether you like it or not, it's opened the floodgates from Walla Walla, Washington to Kalamazoo, okay? Every team that plausibly plays basketball and occasionally wants to win, and they have dreams of championships, and the whispering is underway. Could we get the Joker in the deck? Now, the party poopers, you know who they are. Oh, they say, listen, Nikola Jokic, he's just waiting. He's going to get an extra $80 million more if he just waits a year. And really, what is a year? Time flies. The older you get, it just goes by fast. So while that is certainly possible, I don't dismiss that. But it's also ridiculous to dismiss the possibility that this is the beginning of the end for Nikola Jokic in Denver. Remember, the owner came out, said there is a scenario where Jokic isn't going to stay in Denver. He tossed that out unsolicited, by the way. And now, just a few days later, Jokic says, I ain't signing that extension. Okay? So in the multiverse, you put everything together in the multiverse. Now, it's possible that this is a foreshock. That what Nikola Jokic did is a foreshock to a larger seismic event. Oh, the plot thickens. Now, regardless, the power brokers, if you want to call them that, and my favorite, the gossip hounds, they're like bloodhounds of gossip. And they're all salivating. Oh, my God. Like Pavlov's dogs, the sound of the dinner bell. Man, are they excited. Woo! Now, Jokic, he's not going anywhere today unless he wants that. But remember, anything is possible at any time. Like the NBA could call the Nuggets up and say, hey, we want Jokic to play for a real team like the Clippers. And we believe the conspiracy. That's how Luka ended up with the Lakers. It's not because of some slick GM work by Skinny Jeans Rob Pelinka. It's like, well, the NBA TV ratings were down. Let's get Luka in LA. We'll get the ratings up. Why not? But technically, Jokic has not 1 but 2 years left on the deal from what we understand it, based on a minutes-long investigation. Also has a player option. Forget about that. That will not be activated. And the Nuggets, publicly, he's the franchise. He's the cornerstone. Certainly is all those things. And Denver, seemingly to pacify Jokic, went out and made some moves. They traded Michael Porter Jr. for someone named Cam Johnson. We're not sure who that is. And they added Jonas Valanciunas, who's so excited about that, he's thinking about leaving and not even playing for the Nuggets. But the effort was made to bolster the depth on the Denver Nuggets, and Jokic himself had asked for more depth, so they went out and made some moves to get more depth. Now, regardless of the math, I'm not even talking about Maller math. I'm talking about contractual math. I'm not talking about the Maller math, which is different. It's a version of math, but it's not the actual math. It's the Maller math. It's different. So, Jokic, in my head, that little cartoon bubble over my head, Jokic is filming a Gatorade commercial for the Denver Nuggets. Make them sweat. All right? He's making them sweat a little bit. Yeah, sure, there's a world where he gets that extra $80 million, and we're all good. We are all good, right? It is a savvy move for a guy. He's not chasing a championship. He got his little hunk of metal, finals MVP, 3 regular season MVPs. The Nugget backers, though, the real Nugget backers, they're biting their fingernails a little bit, and for good reason. Say, well, that's a savvy business play. For now, it's a business play. For now. Is he going to end up in New York or L.A. or, the Warriors in San Francisco? We don't know. But the whispers are only going to get louder, and louder. And the vultures, those NBA vultures, yes, the hyenas, they're out. And they're going to get altitude sickness. The recruiting is underway. I guarantee you that the recruiting is underway. So, hey, just talk to Jokic. Go while he's having some pints of beer watching a horse race somewhere in some place far, far away. Just send him a text. Say, hey, Nikola, you ever thought about coming to Milwaukee in the winter? Beautiful weather. Yes. So the circus is just getting started is what I'm trying to say. All right, now turn the page. Page 2. So to the Bay Area, the aforementioned Bay Area we go. Wild ending in the baseball game there. We're not talking about that right now. We'll get to that later. But some late-night musings, and we're hearing now the Golden State Warriors, who would have been the San Francisco Warriors, but they kept winning championships, so they decided not to change the name. They were going to change the name to San Francisco Warriors, which it had been, but they said, we kept winning, so we're going to go back, keep the name Golden State Warriors. Anyway, the Golden State Warriors, we are told, have a handshake deal. I'm shaking your hand. A handshake deal with Al Horford. Late of the Boston Celtics, Al Horford, late night news, Al Horford handshake deal. He will join the roster of the Golden State Warriors. So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about this particular move, Al Horford, with the Warriors? So I have this on my note app, the Notes app on my phone. I put the word sketchy. That's what I put. Because which version of Al Horford are the Warriors going to come on down? Which version of Al are you getting? Is he going to be locked in? Is he going to be what he had been quite a bit in Boston? His nickname, Average Al, was his nickname. He's just average. And Horford, as of 24 hours ago, was said to be debating whether or not he wanted to go out to the West Coast, to go to San Francisco, or to a nice retirement, a timeshare in Boca with tea time at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So let's not sugarcoat this. There's no need to sugarcoat the Al Horford story. Horford has certainly been more of the early bird special version of basketball player than the stretch 5 specialist, the difference maker. He's not that guy. Hadn't been that guy for the better part of a couple of seasons now in Boston. And sure, he's had occasional moments, return to glory. He's hit some corner threes, and I'm sure he'll do a little bit of that with the Golden State Warriors, and occasionally some defensive plays where he'll make a play here and there, and fine. But he's been around since like the flip phone. He's been in the NBA since the flip phone was still a popular thing. And so, but don't confuse a few random playoff performances that looked okay on the boob tube. Don't confuse that with some kind of renaissance, career renaissance. I do not believe this is a Benjamin, and not me, but Benjamin Button type situation. The mileage has piled up there in the NBA. Now, again, Horford's not a bad player. He was never a great player. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. He's just he's just kind of there. And he does a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but not a lot of anything. And it was 18 minutes a game and a couple of screens here, broadcasters slobbering all over him. Sure. I can get a good back in the day story. Oh, I remember Al Horford back in the day with the Atlanta Hawks when they had no good players, but somehow had all these all-stars. Made no sense. All right, now, last word. We go to Los Angeles, where it was welcome to the club. Welcome to the club day. DeAndre Ayton, the next stiff for the Lakers. DeAndre Ayton was introduced. A hero's welcome. Oh, boy, they have no idea what they're getting into. So DeAndre Ayton was introduced with the Lakers, his big pep rally news conference there for DeAndre Ayton. And he talked about Luka, the super combination, draft mates in the same draft class years ago. It was 2018, I believe. So he was really going big. He was laying it on thick. DeAndre Ayton introduced with the Lakers, talked about playing with Luka Doncic, and it's going to be like a video game. Woohoo! He said he's not going to take this opportunity for granted. Okay. What say you? What say you? All right, so Ayton, I'm worried that he overdosed on chutzpah. Now, a lot of chutzpah there. Now, the video game line, that was great. Like a video game. Oh, yeah. And, of course, the only joystick that DeAndre Ayton has been holding for a while is the one controlling his own hype reel. And selective editing, if you watch the selective editing, you will think DeAndre Ayton is much better than he is. The opportunity, he said, this is an opportunity that I won't take for granted. Okay. Really. That is known as being extra rich. That is extra rich coming from someone who has been coasting along like he's on a Peloton. Right? He's got that subscription to the Peloton, and he's just kind of gliding through his basketball career there. And, boy, he really did. DeAndre Ayton, though, he fawned all over Luke. It was a little uncomfortable. It was. He talked about the cheat code thing and once in a generation and super ripped. He said Luke is super ripped. Glad to be on his side, all that. I mean, everything. It was Ayton praising Luka Doncic. By the time he got done with this news, it's on YouTube. You can watch it. By the time he got done, you would have thought that Luka Doncic had been the person that had discovered fire. And that, he just, like a caveman Neanderthal, and he came up with fire. Luka, of all people. That's according to DeAndre Ayton. My God. It's amazing. He went full Hawk Tua with the knee pads on. He was going for it. Full tongue bath from DeAndre Ayton. It was, wow. I thought he was describing some kind of Marvel character, not a teammate, not a basketball player. I was like, what are you doing? Well, the surprise of surprises for good old DeAndre, as far as the video game, you are not the main character of the video game. You are not the main character of said video game. And I didn't hear a lot of talk about LeBron. Maybe I missed it from DeAndre Ayton also. Does that mean that they're setting LeBron's exit up in Lakerland? I don't know about that. We'll keep an eye on that. But you're not the main character in the video game, so that's the first thing. You are the non-player character. NPC, as the kids say there. And you're also the one that keeps glitching. Like there's a glitch there, and the glitch happens when you're supposed to box somebody out, pay attention, not fall asleep on the court in the middle of a play. The glitch happens. And the extra special, spoiler alert, if this were a video game, DeAndre Ayton, real close to just being unplugged, right? I mean, total zero in the finals for the Phoenix Suns. Disappeared multiple times in that series, a winnable series against the Milwaukee Bucks. Goes to Portland, is a total turd. And he is one of those guys, it's all hat, no cattle. That sums up, I know he's not a Texan, but that sums up DeAndre Ayton. So Yeah. So why are things going to be different over there on Skid Row where the Lakers play? Beautiful Skid Row. So he's had talent. I'm pretty sure that he's had the size, DeAndre Ayton. I don't think he's lacked opportunity in his pro bouncy ball career. He's had a lot of things handed to him that he didn't deserve because he's taller and bigger than the other players. So he's had a lot of good opportunities, mainly in Phoenix with the Suns, and he used it to serve up muffins. Yeah, they were mediocrity muffins is what he served. Not very delicious. Not a lot of taste in those. Anyway.